Hey everyone, we'll be starting in a moment. I'm getting everything set up and then we can begin. Close that. Check this. Everything seems to be okay. So we shall begin. Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream of Apollo Justice Trilogy. Yay! Today we are starting the third case in the Spirit of Justice game. We're about halfway through the game now, I think, unless there's like a secret 8th case or 7th case rather than the DLC. But yeah, we're going to see what's going to be happening. I have no idea what this one's going to be about, but then I didn't know what the last one's going to be about, so it's going to be fun to find out. Last time we had done the end of the Trucy murder mystery. Turns out there wasn't any murder except for some guy, but who cares about him? Turns out the guy that we thought was dead wasn't actually dead. He was pretending to be that guy, and the guy that we thought was dead was still alive, and he was the one that orchestrated the whole thing because gravity. You know. Yeah, we got her a not guilty verdict. We got her being like all happy again, and now we are going to do the third case and see what happens with that. I think we're back with Phoenix, so that's going to be fun. I did see earlier today with some of the Nintendo Directs, because they literally happened when I woke up, so well, they were going when I woke up. So I saw that they're bringing the Edgeworth investigation series to Switch and PC, maybe. It should be fun. I never played them, so it's going to be interesting when I get around to doing those. But I also got the great Ace Attorney to do sometime in the future, so, you know, there's all these games I've got to play, apparently. But it's going to take some time because, you know, I do not have the money to buy them. But yeah, anyway, let us get into Apollo Justice. Hey, Rapotron. Paid for September. All I know is that the second game was not translated, so they're actually giving official names now rather than fans translated. So I don't know what they actually are, because I didn't actually look it up. But I get it. Some people would prefer the fans translated ones sometimes. Right. Let me make sure. Good. Sound is fine. Refresh this. All right, everything seems good. All right, let's go. The right of turnabout. Episode 3. Ooh,
Wakey, wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201
Was there a person
escaped!
behind him? Was that a picture?
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
He has jets in his butt.
No!
You lice this case? I'm sorry. It's everything again. We're back in the Himalayas. May 9th. 30:30 p.m. I think last time we were in June or something like that. I'd have to go back. I think, actually, no, it was July. I remember now. It was like July 27th or something. Temple. Another fine day at the Kingdom of Khu'rain. So peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Have you still not met Maya yet? Is she still in the mountains? Still? Smug. Sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do, smiley face. That's all I can see. Now, to do what I came here to do, smileys. To see Maya. Oh my god. Seriously, you've been waiting 2 weeks and you still have not met her. What the hell has she been doing? Sleeping? A long aesthetic training is finally coming to an end. Before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. And then she's going to be put on trial for murder. This is probably the kid. I can't remember the kid's accent. It's been a while. Mr. Wright! With the dog still. Happy Puraki. Whatever it was. Hey, Albie. Happy Puraki. Oh, you mastered the traditional greeting of Khu'rain. I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Yeah, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Khu'rain. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. I'm surprised they even let you in the temple, considering that you're a defense attorney. And everyone hates them. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do, like having a sandwich. So what makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today is the purification rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this purification rite? What did she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. Kira? It's only the most important part of the entire rite. Okay, I don't know who that is. They didn't include all the DLC in this collection? Aww. Were they other DLC cases, or are they just like outfits and other extra stuff? Also, yay, congrats on finishing the DLC. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. It really is. It's helping out such an amazing person. It's been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So, who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly to establish the kingdom of Khu'rain. Now let me stop you right there. Something wrong? No, it's just... I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Ooh, dodged a bullet there. All right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the right here with this. An English guidebook. Where did you dig up this from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Huh? Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name on the back. There's no harm keeping this for a while then. Rights guide. Let me have a quick look at this. Oh god. Next to the something water in which the priestess offers the spring as Lady Kira, and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Staging area, High Priest, Priestess, curtain, full moon. Oh, is she going to be dressing up? It's the same outfit, isn't it? It's going to be the mask and everything with the dagger. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, which the priestess circles the sacred flame to purify her soul. 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. The asinine attorney cases are in this. What was wrong with them? What do you mean assassin? It begins with the transformation rite. The high priestess or high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, which has been purified with incense. Next is the rite of water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flame to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way of Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Must be nice to hear. Must be nice to be her. Oh my god. Maya, you can't just write that in the guide. Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion. I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. No, probably not. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold though. I think I can handle it. Oh, I can look. I'm gonna present things. My badge. Wow, what a beautiful badge. It's an attorney's badge we use in my country. It kind of looks like a sunflower to me. Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time? I should have known he'd ask me to explain. Is this some sort of new tourist souvenir? Sorry, but no. Oh. Sorry to be such a disappointment. I'm gonna look at everything. This is a really gorgeous spring. You have an excellent eye for beauty, sir. This is the guiding waters, the centerpiece of our temple tour. It's a sacred pathway for people's Matama, so don't ever wade into it. Why? What would happen if I did? I don't think we should even be talking about this. Just go in, okay? What's the worst that could happen? But we're okay for now, right? As long as we stay out of the water. All's in. I should offer a prayer now and then since they're letting me stay here. Let's see. May there be a slightly softer futon tonight. And may tomorrow's breakfast be a little bigger. I'm impressed by your prayerful heart. Prayer's at the heart of Khu'rainism, after all. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Oh, thanks. I feel kind of bad. What are those buildings over there? Those are training halls. Monks continuously undergo rigorous training there, day in, day out. You could try it out for a day if you'd like. They do really interesting stuff, like meditating while standing on their heads. That's really okay, Albie, thanks. Can't. That's it? Alright. Away! Ooh. They've all got bad backs. Cool door. Ugh. It is so cold. And the air itself is made of ice. Look at all these people. Well, this is the day we've come to offer prayer to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted, right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This too is part of our religious training. It helps us build strength. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum. Whee! I see. What I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are! After all, Khu'rainism is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Khu'rainese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. Well, that's crazy, because if you were doing 15 hours, you would die. Because you need, sleep, food, bare necessities. You can't just be praying all the time. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayer of our peoples. Oh, he's talking about these colourful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story is going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Meyer again. I don't know who this is. Pardon me, O noble traveller.
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
Who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya, hi, picky. God damn it. God, why do you look so different? Because it's been so long since we last saw you in, like, sprite form. You just look like a completely different person. I need to remember what I gave her, like, as a voice. I think it was more like, burgers. Happy Baraki, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright, may the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks. Long time no see, Nick. How much bigger they make her despite her only growing an inch. It's the shoes, I guess. Well, did I surprise you with my act? You can say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Khu'rain village back home. She was also my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being a real boss of the Wright and Co. lore offices. Now she's here training to be the leader of Khu'rain village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of Khu'rain channeling technique, you have to train here in Khu'rain, or Khu'rain, or however you say the difference, since this is where the technique originated. Didn't I sound just like the pious nun where you saw me just now? Too bad that's all about I learned from the training I did. Haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? She may look a little bit more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that. Excuse me, Maya, I need to examine everything else before I talk to you. Wow, no one's moved a muscle. Those people will stay in the position and prayer for 2 days straight, Mr. Wright. 2 days straight? Glad I'm not them, and then I get to be Lady Khu'rain. Maya, don't be rude. You just hang in there, Nick. It's only 2 days after all. I think it's coming back to me now. I don't recall signing up for this as part of the tour. Looks like she's about to punch me. You know what they say when in Rome? I understand the saying, there's no place like home. What's wrong with her fingers? They're very thin. Like sausages. Ugh. And her thumbs are very long. Albie said these are called prayer flags. And the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. But you've jinxed it now, they're gonna have to. What a magnificent gate. You can tell it leads to someplace sacred like the inner sanctum. Sadly, only holy people are allowed through there. Here I am, hoping to show you just how amazing I've become during the rite today. All of that spiritual power built up during my training is going to rush out like raging river. Yeah, just try not to overdo it, okay? It's nice to have the old song back. I'm not talking like sausage. I'm talking like the weenie ones. You know, the little tiny ones. First things first, remember this? Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick. Thanks, Maya. I can go back to life of a boldly facedly bluffing the day away every day. That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know? I mean, I could present the book. Hey, that's mine! Well, it was just sitting there in the temple's library, so Albie sort of checked it out for me. Hope it comes in handy then. Oh, and by the way, the Maya Library of Guidebooks has a $2 a day donation policy. I guess Albie's entrepreneurial spirits is contagious. I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, kind of a long story. I was accused. But you should have seen Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. Huh. Bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. This whole country's against lawyers. What do you expect? You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. No. It definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of training needed to become the master, right? What, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep. I completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why you were having a foreigner conduct one of the sacred rites. Or why there? Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year. But with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest actually begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of the customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet! Just you watch, Nick. I'm going to be the best Lady Kira guardian deity ever. Whatever it is. I better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in flaming disaster then. Even Phoenix knows things will go wrong with Maya involved. So about that guardian deity you're portraying today, what exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the kingdom of Khu'rain a long time ago. Oh, she actually existed. And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies, just like the Nickel Samurai did. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who would want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must be really popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep. But there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? Also foreshadowing. Yeah, but I'm doing the guy that came after the Steel Samurai. It was the Nickel Samurai. And she was into him as well. Foreshadowing, yeah. So that's why this rite's attracting such... Oh, why is this rite attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been an actual sighting, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends. And she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they're trying to disrupt the peace. I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. There's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. Somehow. Sightings of her go back about 2 years. But this is the first actual picture of her ever to be taken. Huh, 2 years? About the same time that you've been here, Maya? Huh, I wonder. Can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. But couldn't this just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. Oh, just like the guards are with their guns everywhere? You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume? Hello? That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. You're telling me a person that came from ancient times is back and is kicking rebel butt. Right. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed a sacred robe or something. A spirit possessing a piece of clothing. Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows, Maya. Hey! What's that supposed to mean? I'll kick your butt, Nick! I'll kick you off this mountain! I'm not as bad as Athena, but I can be. I can be close. You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. How old are you actually now? 28. Okay. She was 19 before, wasn't she? Was she 21? I think she was 21 at the end of the third game, but I'm not sure. We've got a real office to run now, so I gotta keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours are growing really dull. There's even that one that's even drooping. We'll leave my hair out of this. Anyway, I swear that Lady Kira's people have been spotted is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? Can't believe you really buy all that. Although I wonder who's under that robe. Reports on Lady Kira's activities, among other things. Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's going to be like Soul Bun, but based on Lady Kira. It's called the Kira Bun. Talk about Kira business strategy. Come on, Maya. Just admit you're running around dressed as Lady Kira already. I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. And hundreds of years I've returned this lovely young lady's body. What? Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Yeah! Ow! Mr. Wright? Just kidding. I mean, come on. I may be dressing up as Lady Kira for the right today, but there's no way I could ever beat up all those rebel types. I don't know. That was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny? Really had me going for a second. No one could be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the right today. Ooh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. It's a monster! Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. Better get going. His footsteps? During the ride, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. The way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? So we'll see you later. It's also weird of seeing her old enough to be a mother. Damn hiccup, stop it. I doubt they're actually meant to stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya is always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad she hasn't changed much. If at all. Yeah, as in at all. I wonder if that means her training's been awful or not. I hope not. Really? That's his name? Bless me. Ah, it's Acolyte Zealot. Because he's a zealot for the religious system. Acolyte Zealot? The guy with no shoes on? Look, he's the one playing in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the High Priest, Abbot in me! It's in me! Ah! And lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot in me! The purification rite is about to begin. Cutscene? Not really. Why does he look like Dalsim from frickin' Street Fighter? 1 second, I'm just wiping my screen. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. Looks almost exactly like what that figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. That's what I thought originally, but his name was a different pun. Oh, okay. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. All those bells on the High Priest's ankles. They're huge. Yeah, they're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Mr. Wright, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down, cross my ankles, then I bow forward. Ow! Great, all I can see is the ground, and my back is killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Well, you didn't tell me I was going to do this, kid! Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, LB? The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. No, I'm good. I shouldn't be forced. I'm a tourist. I shouldn't be forced to do religious acts that other people follow. But that's 2 whole days. I don't feel so... Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! I swallowed something, I think. Right. Mr. Wright, please, you have to get up. We actually did that. Ow, my aching. Huh? Elby? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from that back pain. How hard was that back pain? Jeez. It must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya, she's been arrested. Oh, no. I couldn't see this coming. What? May 10th, 8 a.m. It was all a plan. They dislocated Phoenix's spine as he laid there, and he thought his back just made him pass out. But really, it was all a plan. Miss Maya, just take it easy, all right? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go. Maya. Nick, I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't. Right, you come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second. What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... This is, hey, back off, officer. Oh, it's Emma? Emma, how the hell did you get here? What? Emma? Emma Skye? What's she doing in Khu'rain? So sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're playing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect, got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! What? So, what are you doing in Khu'rain, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Khu'rain, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story. But can we get caught up later? Right now, I need to know what happened. Might as well under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? It might have something to do with the fact that his eyes are like pitch black abyss. Listen, I don't even understand why you're here. You're not a part of this police force. Is it like an international incident or something? What happened, Emma? Please tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the trial, or during the riot as it was being performed last night. The victim, Tahurst in me. can't think of the one for this one, but it might come apparent later. The High Priest who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. I never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take care of it. The murder took place in the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum. Whee, looking up again. Bird! A wobbly bird. It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. That was Albie. I did the wrong voice. It's through the gate over there and up at the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. Hey, Bronzeheart. Welcome. Trust in me. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Oh, so that's why everyone is offering their prayers in that direction. I bet Indy and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer, you fainted in the middle of... So, who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then the only High Priestess and Maya could have been in there when the murder occurred. I can't say words. Right, plus the inner sanctum is on the side of the very steep mountain. The only way up there is the stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. I mean, you can mountain climb. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the only one who's told the worshippers, or she's the one who told the worshippers the Plaza that the High Priest was dead. How does this make sense? Oh, there's a dead guy up there. Someone murdered him. Oh, well, you told us. You must be the one. No? Why would I tell you? If I was the murderer, I would run. Then she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. It makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir. Are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yeah, of course. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else. Huh, Mr. Wright? Run where? To the beach. I don't know. I would pretend that there was no dead guy and then just bail it out of the country. I don't know. I mean, you would have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again. Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial. And the divination seance determines all and defense lawyers are unwelcome. Just present some things, just in case we end up going somewhere. Congrats, you returned to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. I know, you said as much in Apollo's game. Thanks, Emma. Congratulations on you too, becoming a forensic investigator. Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. It's been ages since you presented evidence to me. Remember when we worked that one case together? You know, the one about your sister and the dead guy? Yeah, I remember that. Good times. Why bring this up, Phoenix? I seem to recall a thin layer of fingerprint powder on every piece of evidence then. Well, I guess that way... they get that way from time to time now, too. As enthusiastic as ever, huh, Emma? Did they ever speak in Apollo Justice? I don't think so. I know Apollo spoke with her, but I don't think she ever met Phoenix. She just knew that it involved him in some way. Alright. Next, Emma. So, what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I worked on a case and an international prosecutor for Khu'rain. Wait, what? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Khu'rain. Oh, you mean, tasseled guy. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. Can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with both the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere? Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one too. Yes, Prosecutor Smarty's already been assigned. Wow. It's so weird that he would just take the forensic investigator. It is kind of suspicious. Either he has a thing for her, or she actually just wants him to punish. He just wants to punish her because there's no evidence or something. Prosecutor Samadi? Oh, Kunka! You know him, Holby? Of course, everyone in Khu'rain does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Samadi, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. Well, no, turns out, he's not that good at his job. But it's my job too as a lawyer. Oh, right. Sorry. It's great. A prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Khu'rainese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Samadi mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help. I'll do what I can. And then she got fired from the police force here. Really? You sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? Oh. You did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say I'll help wherever I can. Thanks, but don't go get yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Prosecutor Samadi sounds pretty strict. First things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priestess autopsy report, which will probably be amended later, because it's hot off the press, and they're like, oh, we found something that you didn't know. That's an outdated autopsy report. I'm actually Edworth Jr. Arrests. Thrusts. Delivered by a weapon. From a deep stab. The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's war-bad dagger. The war-bad. Because, war's bad. So it's a dagger. Yeah. It's used during the riot, however, the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. I wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger. Right. Whatever floats your boat. Isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to take a look at the crime scene, Emma? The police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm not a mount of viable defense, or if I'm to mount. I can't read. All right, then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to the prosecutor Samadi and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. And your back. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh no, I can't. I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. Get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. He touches everything. Makes it all corrupted. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they going to go home? Custom of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. So if anyone was murdered in front of them, they would just have to sit there. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow. I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Nothing new? Oh, new stuff. Acolyte Zealot is really in the zone. Oh, you mean that monk who's been living at the victim's home? Yeah, he hasn't moved a muscle, even though his teacher's been murdered. I guess he's so deep in prayer, he's not aware of what's going on around him. Albie's dog is a Tibetan Mastiff puppy. Oh, okay. Wow, even with the murder, all these people are still here praying. They're so into it, they wouldn't notice anything you did to them. You mean like taking their fingerprints? Huh? Oh, who would ever do something like that? Emma, you didn't. That's a befitting gate for the path of the inner sanctum. It's apparently considered a sacred object to the people of Khu'rain. Wasn't even allowed to dust it for prints. So even applying a little fingerprint dust to it would be sacrilegious, huh? I guess so. But I applied some luminol on it instead when no one was looking. Sounds like an invitation for the Holy Mother to strike you down later, Emma. Well, then you just spray the Holy Mother in the face and then you run. Or, you punch him. Inner sanctum, go! Oh, 3D. Great, she's here. It's really high up and really cold. What did I do to deserve this? You decided to take on the case. What did you think? At least I made it. I better get started while I still feel my fingers. Huh? Who's that? This kind of looks like... No! Don't look at her! She'll know you're there! Are you serious? I can't look at anything except her? Fine. Excuse me. It's you! Do you even know where you are? Barbed head? Of course I do. May I ask why you're here, Your Benevolence? I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. What are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Khurainism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here. But I'm not unscrupulous. Quiet. You dared to find fault with my insides at every turn the other day, because they were. She's still sore about that trial? As you know, Your Benevolence, a murder has occurred, and I need to investigate. But we know the killer is one of your own. In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she is a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. Rafer is pretty good in this case. I'll believe it when I see it. So can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened? All practitioners from overseas are big, phony balonies. I don't wish to train in the homeland of the spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige. Seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise, thanks to that last trial. Rolldum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As the defense's attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've been authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our Sacred Hall of Justice once more? No, I simply want to defend my client. Which means you have come to forge evidence then. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance. Ow, that's unfair. I thought you to demonize a whole group of people anyway. The country. Phoenix, have you not been paying attention? The entire country is doing it. My mother and father, do you have an issue with their parental guidance? Yes. No, I would never dare criticize the royal couple. Still can't imagine what the lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred. Oh. I just had the most wonderful idea, Bobbed Head. I knew she was going to say it, so I knew what she was going to say. Why do I have a bad feeling about that glint in her eye? So, what's this most wonderful idea of yours? If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds naturally. Well, naturally is a separate thing, so it would actually have said it differently, but it's too late now. What? You want me to follow you around? Why can't I do things today? You want to follow me around the entire time, do you? I guess I'm still waking up, because Jesus, man. That was a simple sentence. Of course. Not that I want to, mind you. And I will not tolerate any objections. Understood? She can't do this to me. Was that Bobbed Head? Oh no, it's nothing. Do I? Don't I always sound tired though? Very well then. Let's get this investigation over with. You know, the more I'm playing her, the more petulant I'm making her sound. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Bobbed Head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Khu'rain. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of battle that Lady Kira bears. The blood of battle? If that's a big problem, why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise. No, lawyers are never to be trusted. Now make haste so that we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing. What now? Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for defeat most bitter, lawyer. I will. Now can I get on with my investigation? As long as you know where we stand. I better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind. And now, look at my badge! Huh? What's that badge you bear? It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country. It is rather cute, I must say. Actually, it's just my attorney's badge. And then the moment she knows, she's like, no, actually, I hate it. Oh? So you mean it would have actually been worth more as a cheap accessory? My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know. That is a book from your land, is it not? Yes, it's a guidebook about Khu'rain that was written by people back home. Okay. Oh, so there are people in your land who know of our fair kingdom. Then I imagine it must say something about me in there, correct? Actually, yes. It says the dance of devotion is performed by an adorable little princess. How dare they write of me as though I were a child? Hey, I'm just reading what it says. Though she does seem secretly pleased. And she is a child, so, you know. A dharma for your thoughts? Ugh! Get that thing away from me! Alright, I'll just put it away then. Who told you to put it away? How am I to expect it if you do that? Keep it out, put it away. I wish you'd make up a mind. What a dreadful way to die. Did you know the High Priest, your benevolence? Yes, he was a very pious priest from Khu'rainism, or of Khu'rainism. As such, he had the trust of the entire kingdom. The entire kingdom? Really? Yes, but what do you know of faith and trust? You who can never hope to match his virtue. It is like comparing the moon to a pebble, or the sea to a puddle. How did this suddenly become a game of pin the diss on the lawyer? The moment she showed up, it was that. This is broken. That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. Take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. What do you mean? It's right there! Is that a phoenix? Let's take a closer look, shall we? Water has turned red. It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. The spring shall run lead upon Lady Kira's return. What's that from? Are these going through? I'm having technical issues. Not that no, it's the bird from the market. I can see what you just put there, Raffertron, but that's about it. What I just read out, I mean. An old legend. Wait, does this mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Hey, isn't this Lady Kira's robe? Oh, holy mother, Lady Kira's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene. You imbecile, this is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore. It is? What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough, if I say that if it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. That foul murderer shall not get away with this. It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kind of smells. How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing like that? No, I mean that it smells like incense. Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is the first scented with the sacred incense. If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. So the body smells like incense. Also, I've realized Lady Kira, killer. Huh? She's a lady killer. Whoa. This is blood. This is a statue of Warbad. War's bad, the bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance. And all of this blood is from the High Priest, huh? Did you watch the rest of the direct? I didn't watch any of the direct. I've just seen, you know, one or two trailers and, you know, the covers for, like, the videos. I do know that there's going to be a Metro Prime 4, which is cool. And all of this blood is from the High Priest, huh? He no doubt embraced the statue of hope that, in the hope that Lady Kira would have saved him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. But there's no way Maya would be so strong enough to deliver such a blow. Maybe he fell on the spikes. Was that spiking right up there? Oh, there's a thing there. It's a lantern. And it's still lit. Of course it is. Prime 4 was announced to be in development. They actually showed a trailer now. That's what I'm saying. The sacred flame in the 4 lanterns here are burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them would be put to death immediately. So that's why they're outfitted with glassed wind guards. Still, I'd better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only source of light up here that night? The rite is performed by the light of the full moon because moonlight is purifying source. I see. No touching! I wasn't going to. Get over there. A bloodstained scrap of paper. Scrap, not crap. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps? But it's written in Khu'rain, so I can't read a lick. Let me see that. Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read. Wait! What is it? The stamp is on the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents, the Defiant Dragons. The rebel group? What's it doing here? Is there some kind of connection between the High Priest and the rebels? Can we do that thing from before? I remember that we did something similar with a paper that was bloodstained. We could use, like, Was that the UV lights or something to show what was underneath it? Or was it a light from beneath? I can't remember. Looks like that about does it for this area. Whee! What an amazing wall painting. This is Lady Khu'rain. I keep thinking her dagger's a banana. Do you see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Khu'rainese. It's a mark of resolve to fight to the end. Yeah, the X-ray. From, when we had to find out the drawing person thing, I think. The art one. I think it was the Apollo Justice one. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Huh, interesting. Come to think of it, you have marks on your face, Your Benevolence. So did the High Priest. Or so did the High Priest. The High Priest marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal princess. All members of the Khu'rainists' clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple. It's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? Interesting. Is that a weapon in her hand? Yes, it is. It's Lady Khu'rain's dagger, the very same one used in the rite. It is made to resemble a war badge, the bird Lady Khu'rain fashioned herself after. So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you wish to know more about Lady Khu'rain, you need but ask. I get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to this case. I should definitely ask the princess for more details later. I'm surprised you're willing to give that information. This mountain face looks like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. Prison? Way up there? It is said that Lady Khu'rain laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. Okay. Next. Whee! It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. Oh, from a different angle? Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? Of course not. I've been right here this whole time. You would have seen me take it, woman. Huh. The statue's been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired. No wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if it were lawyers treated like this. Or always treated. I don't think I'll find anything useful or else of interest around here. I think I better go take a closer look. Whee! Brown! There's no snow here. Maybe it was removed because it would interfere with the rite? The day before the rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the plaza of devotion was covered in a layer of white frost. Must be the elevation. Wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. Godot was here. Yeah, he's shoveling again. He's killed another one. This lantern is damaged. The wind guard is completely broken. Damaged? Was this your doing? No, I didn't even touch it. Huh. Then perhaps a falling rock struck it. I will request that be repaired when we are finished here. Of course, I doubt you will live long enough to see it restored. I'll be back to take a look, you'll see. Just casually threatens you with death, you know. The snow has obviously been cleared away here, and the lantern is broken. I still have that camera I brought back to take pictures on my trip. which just never used until now. I should snap one before this area here, just in case. Inner sanctum photo added to the court record. And it's probably a good idea, because they would probably... Why am I saying probably so much? They would most likely cover this area up again when we're gone. Nothing else particularly interesting here. There's a rock. This rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, what an incredible view. It's almost boggles the mind. Is it me or is it like blurring at the edges when he said that? Get down from there this instant. Right, sorry, I'll be right down. It's like the inner sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of that mountain. Guess that confirms the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion are the only way up here. Whee! I see some torn stuff here. During the ride, the inner sanctum is fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. Isolating it from the outside, the entrance was shut during the rite. The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Khu'rain. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. So the inner sanctum is like a private bathroom. Indeed. See to it that you keep it clean. Well, it's already kind of dirty. The flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door, but that's about it. And what was that shrill scream just now? It's just, I'm afraid of heights. I didn't notice it as I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down... Well, I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza to the Devotion... from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. Stones. Being stuck here for a while because I missed one spot to investigate. Oh, did you? That sucks, Raffatron. Huh. There seems to be something hanging off the ritual curtain here. Parachute? These look like prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion. Except they're arranged like no prayer flags I've ever seen. How so? All of these flags have been sewed together. Hey, you're right. It's like they're one big banner now. There is something written on them, a piece of it. Donated by Taurus Inmi. It seems that this piece is from a donation Aber Inmi made at some point. Okay, so there's still one more thing. Nope, wrong way. I don't see anything else to look at yet. Maybe we can ask. Could you tell me about this place, Your Art Benevolence? Plenty of fan service. What does that mean? Oh, I was saying about the assassinating quest, plenty of fan service. Oh, okay. I have nothing to say to you, lawyer. Is that because you don't actually know much about it? You ill man, I'm the Crown Princess of Khu'rain. There's nothing I do not know. She doesn't know. I liked her. I liked her shock turning into anger, emotion, like animation. That was cool. It's funny too. Nina? Or Nana? Oh, where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating! Silence, barbed head. Nana's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. What is she? Your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Khu'rain came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. And today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robe in this sacred water lends one's courage for the next battle. I see. Thank you for that excellent explanation. Commoners are normally barred from here, except for the Day of the Rite, who normally controls the access to this place. The High Priest and his family are responsible for that. The High Priest and his family? He has a family? He's secretly a goddess. I can see that. She's probably a Lady Kira, for all I know. The original. Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family? Abbot Inmi lived with his wife and his disciple, Acolyte Khu'rain Zealot. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's borders. Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira? Yes, but as she is with child, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in, as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest. No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in. Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. I'm really not sure how she could. Besides, why don't you just stand in for the High Priest's wife then? Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. Because I'm too special. I thought it was someone else's wife. I actually wasn't paying attention to that. So that's on me. I'll take that. For those who descended of her holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? I should probably talk with the High Priestess's wife and the Acolyte Zealot later, too. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to you need but ask? Nina? Or Nana? Nana, whatever. Weave slides off screen. Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger. The dagger? This became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira keeps the peace with her dagger. Lady Kira was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now is no different. Wow! Let's not think about why we have rebels. They're just rebels that need to be defeated. Maybe there's something wrong with your country if you're continually having rebellions. For our enemy now is the Defiant Dragon, led by that insurgent Dirk, who kind of looks like a long-haired bison. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? That's Phoenix. Phoenix is now a princess, I guess. So what's with the bird imagery? Lady Kira's robe is fashioned in the likeness of a warbird. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Khu'rain. I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kira? Who do you think she is? I have heard about her, but I have yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely, a patriot. So even Princess Rafa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter. Why does he keep saying her? I've noticed this a lot in this case. He's saying her a lot. He didn't used to say it this much. And why would he think Rafa would know? She's 14. Oh, I know all the killers out there. That about does it for the Inner Sanctum. I should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck out on the line for me to investigate this place. Are you just going to be following me the whole time because I can ask you these things? The killer must have been the one they call Maya Fey. There can be no other. You never know. It's still pretty early in the investigation. She has spent time in the company of lawyers, so she must have a wicked soul. Thanks for reminding me how much people like me are hated in this country. It is only but the Holy Mother's mercy that you are allowed to investigate this sacred place. Remember that and give thanks to Her Holiness for the great blessing at once. Oh, thank you, Your Holy Motherness. That didn't come out right. That seemed a little insincere. Shall we halt this investigation immediately? No, wait, I'm grateful, really. Huh, I wonder. It's going to be worse than walking on a holy eggshells. Well, are you going to conduct your investigation or not? I will, it's just... Are you going to keep following me around like this? Of course, unless you intend to do something you feel the need to hide. But no, I do everything by the book. Get on with it. I am not doing this for fun, you know. I too have many duties I need to attend to. Then why don't you go do them instead of hovering around me? Huh? What is that look you are giving me? Am I perhaps being bothersome? Yes. Go away. No, don't be absurd. You're being incredibly bothersome. Right. Let me show you some things. What about the snow? Do you like snow? Phoenix doesn't take shit from teenage girls. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going now. Bye. Whew, we're back. Wow, they're still praying? The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue their prayer until tomorrow afternoon, or pray, whatever. Well, I'll say this level of devotion is certainly to be respected. Now to find Emma. Hello? You there, wait! I want to ask you something. Okay. Do you know me, and do I know you? Well, I'm Phoenix, Wright. I'm a lawyer. No! I want to know if you know who I am. I don't know who you are. Huh? How should I know? I've never even seen you before. This guy's acting really strange. I wonder if he has amnesia or something. I should talk to him a little more, just in case he's connected to this case somehow. Are you having trouble remembering who you are? I'm sorry if I offended you. He's eating lizards. Oh, I thought he was going to pull out a weapon on me. He's just putting some snack and one after the other. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if there's something important. Do you know this man or something, Barbed Head? No, I just said I'd never seen him before, didn't I? Are you Lady Kira? You know of Lady Kira? Then you are a Khu'rainese, I take it. Maybe. Wait, are those lizards he's eating? What, you want one? No thanks, I just ate. Now I remember. Get a load of this. Well? The swan. Well, what? I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than mere memory loss. No good, huh? Guess I'll try something else. So, who was that man and what did he want, Barbed Head? I wish I knew. Hey, Mr. Wright! What now? Oh, Emma. What's wrong? I didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. I wanted to tell you I investigated the crime scene. I hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the inner sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Samadi gave his okay straight away. Huh, seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor. Yeah, about that. He said that you would probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself, and that moving on before the trial began would be the smart thing to do. He must be feeling really confident about his case. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I prepared a little gift for you. I thought it might help your investigation. Here it is, all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Criminal testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. Thanks. All of this will be definitely come in handy. Oh, God. So this is what the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. I'll keep this along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Oh, yeah. They're done questioning Maya. Really? I should go pay her a visit then. Poor Maya, she must be feeling pretty lonely. I should let her know that I'll be defending her too. I mean, she already knew that. I mean, I kind of think she would assume you're pretty much her permanent lawyer. Oh, shoot, look at the time. I have to get going. Sure seem busy. It's because his ephemeral holiness is a real slave driver. Ephemeral holiness? What's a good Samadhi? He's like the world's hardest riddle, wrapped in a flowy sash. I keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type of thing, you know? Like he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his. Huh. I think Samadhi sounds like he's used to holding some serious clout. Ugh, why do I have to such bad prosecutors? Unless it was the glimmerous fop. And now that I'm finally rid of that grating, brain-loving Europhile, I get this guy. Oh, no, I'm really going to be late. He'll probably make me listen to one of those really long sutras again. See you later. I wonder if he's keeping her busy enough so then she isn't going to be as much help as she could have been. He makes her listen to sutras. Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Samadhi's sutras. What ingratitude. It appears that she too is lacking in religious devotion. I don't think that's what the problem is here. Besides, Emma's not even Khu'rainist. To the detention center. I'm going to spray Maya in the face with the... Oh god, this is just a prison. They don't even have glass. Nick, I knew you'd come. Maya, she sure looks tired. How are you holding up? It wasn't me, but no one will believe me. Ugh. I have to admit, I'm still a bit in shock. Who'd have thought you'd get caught up in something like this? And so far from home. I did! You should have seen this coming! But I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. We can do this for work if we work together. This is all my fault. I mean, you came to Khu'rain just to visit me. We hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens. I haven't seen her this down in ages either. Come on, remember who you're talking to. Besides, I thought you'd be used to be doing the usual suspect by now. I guess you're right. You just save me each and every time. Yep, so just tell me everything you can, and let's go from there. Bob, Ted, stop stalling and go straight to the matter of true import. We know she is the murderer, therefore it is time for her confession. Your benevolence? What brings the royal priestess to a place like this? I am watching over this lawyer to keep him from tampering with anything in this case. Now, out with it. Confess to your crime. Please, your benevolence, could you please just take it down a notch or three? Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you can remember might help. Sure, okay. Actually, I want to examine. Freedom! I thought I saw it flash from them. Why does that guard keep eyeballing me? I can't let him get to me. I can't let him get to me. He's doing it again. The guard will come running if you ring that bell here. Really? Well, let's put that to the test, shall we? Oh, but they get really mad last time when I rang it for no reason. You could have told me that before I rang it. There's nothing else to click. Alright. Tell me about the incident. I didn't kill the High Priestess. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot Inmee was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was in between sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that? Sounds like a really good person. I think I would have liked him. It was so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. And his wife was the master of Khu'rain's cuisine. I never eaten better in my life. It's like they were family, and a home away from home from this foreign land. It must have been a source of comfort, what with being here for the training for all alone. But what? I can't completely deny the charge either. Huh? As I suspected, the snake has shown her true colors at last. Your benevolence, please. I'm trying to figure out what really happened here. So what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge? Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really, really sleepy. Next thing I knew, Abbot in me was, you suddenly got sleepy. Did she get drugged again? So then you didn't actually see the High Priest get murdered? No, I didn't, but if I was possessed by some crazed spirit while I was asleep, then... What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Be honest, what you call training is an extended vacation in reality. And that training here is simply for prestige. No, it's not like that at all. I'm training to become the master of the Khu'rain channeling technique. A neophyte practitioner such as you become a channeling master? I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you. Whoever seems to really hate fakers. But Maya does actually have the power to channel spirits. I should let Ryfa know. In your benevolence, I wouldn't call Maya a neophyte because she can already... wait, Nick! What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Just keep it a secret for now, okay? If you say so. What's that all about? Is it gonna be like the whole thing is like, oh, she can channel spirits, she's a blasphemer, or you're defiling a spirit, and that's evil, you will die immediately now, no trial. Is it that kind of thing? I get the feeling it is, which would be really fucking stupid. What's all that whispering over there? Oh, it's nothing really. I'll have to ask about this later when Princess Ryfer's not around. Ryfer. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick. Yeah? About Abbot Inmee's murder. There was something I noticed that I thought was strange. Oh? You noticed. So what was it you noticed? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so you know that spring? The spring? I mean the pool in front of the Warbad statue? Yeah, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Oh, that. Yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah, the High Priest's blood turned it red. What? No, that's not what I meant. The spring was red before he was killed. What? Wait, so it was already red even before the High Priest was killed? Yeah, I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. It's just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. Well, that's how it goes anyway. Hold on. Yes, there is a legend about the inner sanctum that says just that. But the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. The police investigation confirmed it. Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern light reflecting off of the water. I said water. I don't think that was it, though. Ancient legend, huh? I wonder if it's connected to this murder somehow. On the day of the rite, the water in the spring was already stained red by Abbot Inmee, and Maya arrived at the inner sanctum. Nick? Yeah? So, actually, there's one more thing. What's up with Maya? She keeps looking over at her benevolence, like she's worried about what Rifa will think. Or Rifa, whatever. One more thing. There's something I want to show you. There is? I found this at the inner sanctum after I came to. Oh, God. Is this a letter? It's in Khu'rainese. See that stamp on the far left at the end of the letter? Does it look familiar? This red stamp here? That's the mark of Lady Khu'rain. Oh, right. Looks like the mark on her forehead. Lady Khu'rain, you say? Let me see that. Why, this is... What? What does it say? Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning, Lady Khu'rain. That sounds like a threat or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Khu'rain is pressuring the High Priest to stop the rite. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. Nick, do you think... Wait. First, there's that ancient legend. Spring shall run red upon Lady Khu'rain's return. Now, there's also Lady Khu'rain's warning. Plus, with the Warbad dagger being eyed as the murder weapon. Don't tell me... That was not actually a real deal. It gives me chills to think about it. I bet Lady Khu'rain's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. Don't tell me. You actually believes that the real Lady Khu'rain returned to kill the High Priest? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life. I mean, give me a break. But you were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she was a real deal. Yeah, yesterday. I wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. And thus, my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm gonna keep it real from now on, and you should too, Nick. I thought you said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that stepladder argument we always have. No! How could you? You're not the same Maya! I think you mean ladder, Maya. So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, so you know how someone is dressing up like Lady Khu'rain and capturing rebels, right? Oh, you mean the rebel hunter Lady Khu'rain in these papers? Yeah, that one. I think that's who's probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare suggest that Abbot Inmi was slain by Lady Khu'rain? You nincompoop! The rebel hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves the kingdom. And it is that patriotism that led them to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Khu'rain. Such a patriot would never slay the High Priest. I guess it's only natural for Princess Raver to see it that way, but I can't let it go at that. Besides, why would such a vigilante want to stop the purification rite in the first place? I haven't figured that one out yet. I rest my case. Still, if this rebel hunter had a compelling enough reason, he might have killed the High Priest after he ignored their warning. You big dummy! You can't fool me! It was you who forged that warning letter. You were trying to shed your guilt onto the most sacred Lady Khu'rain. Admit it! No, I'd never do such a thing. Now, your benevolence. Let's try to remain rational about this. Urgh. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly. So I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. Judging by Benevolent's reaction, I say Maya was right about to be worried. Wait, what are... There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in each row. Are these supposed to be some sort of message too? Not that we'll be finding out anytime soon, I suspect. Or maybe there's something on the reverse side of the letter. Alright, accused, wrap it up. I guess they have more questions for me. Yeah, at least I have a better idea of where we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What are you talking about? It's just, you know, they have that Defense Culpability Act here in Khu'rain, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Maya, thanks for thinking of me, but... Don't worry, Maya, we'll pull through this together somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah, but we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? True, but I've been through one trial here already. So I know what I'm getting myself into. We're going to win this one, no matter what. Because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. You've always won because of your faith in me. That's right. So it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. Thank you, Nick. Well, I'll see you later. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, and by then it'll be too late to ask for mercy. We're going to beat this charge. You'll see. Huh. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken, but I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Of course I know. Don't presume to know what I do not know. Nina. I'm no closer to understanding why someone would want the High Priest dead. Because I'm trying to say priest dead, but instead of saying priest dead, I'm saying priest dead. But given the use of the Warbad dagger and the existence of the warning letter, I'd say the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira is the real prime suspect. It might help if I knew a little bit more about this modern-day Lady Kira. I wonder if anyone has any info on them. Maybe the first thing I should do is go someplace where locals like to gather? The bazaar. Bird. Guess the bazaar is good as place to start as any. Now who should I... Huh? I see. So that is what a Freedom Express is. I'm sorting out pocket internet again, I see. Mr. Wright? That sounds like... It's the dog! And the kid, I guess. Is Miss Meyer okay? I believe her, Mr. Wright. I know she didn't do it. Do you now, boy? Oh, Conker! Your benevolence! You mustn't trust in lawyers, you... Are you not the accused from the last trial? Oh, what's wrong, Albie? Your benevolence speaks with the, You may speak in the vernacular, little monk. Now, what is your name? Yes, your benevolence. I'll be your guide, your benevolence. Know this, Albie. Your soul is only as clean or as filthy as the company you keep. I wish you stopped insinuating that all lawyers are trash. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but Mr. Wright is a very trustworthy man. And I trust him as a lawyer. What's this? I'm sorry. Forgive any insolence. If a common boy such as he can place his trust in lawyers, it can only be because of my failure at the Hall of Justice the other day. Ooh. Mr. Wright, benevolence has sunk to the ground. She must really feel responsible for what happened in court that day. Let's give her some breathing room for now. I'm sure she'll be back on her feet in no time. In the meantime, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course. I'm always glad to help. Yay, boy's back. But let me look at the bird. Allow me to explain. This bird is known as a warbad. It's only found here in Khu'rain. Alright, the bird Lady Kira based herself on. It's really a beautiful bird. Tourists must love it. They usually do. There's one thing about it that's kind of a hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. It can even make some adults collapse in fear. Maybe they should keep a fearsome bird creature in a less crowded area? Hey Albie, what's this cow-like animal? It's a bison. Or a yak, that works too. Bison, yak, same sort of family. They carry heavy loads and provide milk. They're indispensable partners in our daily lives. Interesting. Yeah, they're kind of cute up close. Oh, and they're also prized for their meat. You know, the meat you enjoyed so much last night? Oh, partner must mean something else here. The gate to Temple. Whee! Camera pan. At the top of those stairs is my home away from home. Just looking at them is making my back ache. Potatoes. Look at these vegetables. Let's see. There's Kiampan, Kunuro, and Zabas. And they're all freshly picked this morning. I never heard of any of them. Maybe I'll buy some to see what they taste like. You want some too, Albie? Hey, treat. Really? Thank you, sir. I'll take some of this and this. Oh, and this too. Albie, that's quite a lot you've got there already, don't you think? But this is barely enough for a side dish. I hope I brought enough money. By the time he leaves here, he'll just be like, he'll be destitute and he'll have to take on all kinds of cases. It's a poster. Looks like some kind of Khu'rainese superhero. Why do all superheroes look the same, regardless of where they come from? What am I clicking on here? A manhole? I guess they have a sewer system here in Khu'rain. What am I thinking? Of course they do. That was ignorant of me. Oop. Looks like a bunny. Can't read the sign, but looks like a souvenir shop. It's too bad I don't have time to do some shopping right now. I'll have to stop by here before I go back home. Sure, everyone's expecting something, especially Trucy. She wants a magic auntie from Khu'rain. I don't know. So, what have you heard about the rebel hunter that was in the newspaper? Everyone's overjoyed at her appearance. They say she's the modern-day Lady Kira. So they're treating this rebel hunter like a mysterious protector of the people. Huh. People have been on edge recently, what with the jailbreak and stuff. I sure hope they catch the escaped prisoner soon. Escaped prisoner? Yeah, he was one of those vicious rebels that Lady Kira had captured. There's a hardened criminal on the loose? That is bad news. Yes, but the modern Lady Kira is also super amazing. I mean, she takes down big scary rebels all by herself. Yeah, that's not exactly something just anyone can do. Someone that strong could easily have overpowered and killed the High Priest. And what about the escaped prisoner, Albie? Is it the guy that was with the beard and the hair? So, what's this escaped prisoner supposed to be like? They say he's a vicious fiend who serves as Dirk's right-hand man. Dirk is in the leader of that rebel group? Yes, the escapee serves that dreadful master of the Defiant Dragons. They say the prisoner is a former soldier, and that he wields a big scary knife. Rumor has it he's a cold-blooded killer to boot. He sounds like a really dangerous man, but then these people might be overhyping it because they just seem to overblow everything. He is, but the police still can't find him, even after an exhaustive search. Wait, I remember hearing about a prison. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain! A prison way up there? The prison at the top of the Inner Sanctum's mountain, right? How did he even break out? No one really knows. He supposedly did it without any tools to speak of, too. Some say he must have fallen to his death. Personally, I'd like to believe he did. Otherwise, something like that terrible incident might happen again. Terrible incident? What was that about, a terrible incident, Albie? It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it. The previous queen was assassinated? It's kind of unsettling. Oh, it was a terrible deed of a heinous sinner. Sinner? I mean, to take the life of such a gentle queen? Only someone with a dark defiled soul could do something like that. I really take that queen seriously here, like god-worshipping level serious. It really would take someone pretty bold and blasphemous to assassinate one. Those Defiant Dragon rebels are not afraid to do anything to accomplish their goals. That's why, with the escaped prisoner on the loose, who knows might be killed next. So that's why the people of Khu'rain are so afraid of that escapee. and why they want the rebel hunter to take him out, along with the other rebels. So is there anything else you can tell me about the rebel hunter, Lady Kira, Albie? I was just thinking there was something else, but what was it? Oh yeah! Here! What is it? Shadow found it! Why, that's the Wardbad arrow. Feeling better now, Your Benevolence? This is no time to be feeling sorry for myself, for I am the Crown Princess of Khu'rain. Now, let me see that boy. Yes, Your Benevolence? It looks very much like one of the legendary weapons Lady Kira once used in battle. A three-pronged arrow. I could swear I've seen something resembling that arrowhead recently. Where did Shadow find it, Albie? Near Abbot Inme's house. Near the victim's house? Something tells me I better look into this. Discovered at the High Priest's home. Now, is the tip covered in blood, or is it just red-tipped? Albie, can I ask you to take me to the High Priest's house? Yeah, of course. Come to think of it, he was married, wasn't he? And his wife is the one who usually plays the part of Lady Kira in the Purification Rite. I should probably talk to her, too. You want to read this? No, you don't. Want to see a dead body? I don't care. What about the fence? Well, this? You have nothing interesting to say to me. You have no use. Alright, away we go to the priest's house. Immediately is already doing a funeral kind of thing. She's wearing the clothes, and we just go and bother her? Yeah. So this is where the high priest lived. Wait a minute. This is where they brought me back when my back gave out. And the woman in front of that altar, she must be the high priest's wife. Doopy-doopy-doo. Just gonna look around. Don't mind me. I can't look at... Hey, it's Maya's bag! I know it's Maya's bag. It's got Steel Samurai on it. I guess I gotta talk to you. Excuse me? I know that she's in mourning, but her name is Believe. Trust in me. Believe me. I'll try to do a voice for her. Yes, may I help? I was hoping to speak to the High Priest's wife. Are you her? No, duh. She's holding the freaking picture. Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Believe. Oh my. Your benevolence. That was my throat that did that. Oh, please be at ease. What a terrible time this must be for you. I owe much to your husband. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss. You honor me with your kind words. Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us. I think she's gone insane. Yes, What's that? Oh, of course. Hee hee. She's talking with her funeral picture. My husband, too, is delighted that the royal priestess has graced us with her presence. You can speak with Abbot Inme? No, I do not possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence. What's that? No, that can't wait till later, dear. She's definitely speaking with him. So, your benevolence, what is that? What is it that brings you to my humble abode? This lawyer is investigating your husband's death, and I am watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence. I know this must be difficult, but could I ask you some questions? A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see. A friend of yours? So then you must be Maya's friend from the States, correct? That's right. I'm sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know. Abbot Inme and his wife were once one of the closest and most loving couples in Khu'rain. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further. She did just lose the love of her life. It would be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now. But I need to talk to her if I want to learn more about the High Priest. Plus, there's that warbad arrow that Albie found near the house. There's too much I need to find out for me to leave just yet. Would it be okay if I stayed here for a little while? Barbed head, have you just not been listening to a word I said? With your benevolence, I'm sorry for her loss, but I'm running out of time. So what I will do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind. Please, let me talk to my husband about this. Yes, I know. No, don't, not in front of the royal priestess. Now, if you would excuse me, what the heck were they even talking about? You have but poured salt on her wounds. This is precisely why you lawyers are so despised. Ugh. I'm just trying to help Maya's case. I don't mean to hurt Miss Inme. Could it be that you actually possess a conscience? Of course I do. But I'm also desperate for information. So, what do you plan to do now? Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess, and see if she changes her mind. Just see that you do not touch anything you should not. I guess I should watch what I touch then. Just in case Princess Raifa, or Raifa, gets mad at me. I mean, if she does, I can just push her on the seat. Why am I talking to her? I want to examine her. That woman you call Maya Fey is not to be trusted. I hear she is already 28, and yet she is still an ant-seed. As a maiden in her teens. Sure, she must be hiding something. Actually, that's just Maya being Maya. Why are you being so mean to her? So, what next? Let me think. Oh, I know. Dare I ask? Admit the accused's guilt so we can go straight to the inevitable guilty verdict. That'll solve everything. Why did I even ask? I think I'll just keep on investigating. What is this scary looking spiky thing? It's a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your ignorance astounds me. There is not a soul in Khu'rain who would not recognize this. A floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this? Huh. How else would you suggest it be used? Looks like a torture device to me. This looks like a wastebasket. Here's an envelope sticking out. There are 3 holes and an arrow near the top. So she received a letter. And that's the envelope it was in. Now, where have I seen holes like these before? Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed. What does it say here? So we will, but I've got a job to do. It says, to the High Priest. Huh. You cannot even read? You are even more pitiful than I had thought. Thanks, and I'll keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence. Because I should have studied some Khu'rainese before I came. You wanted to study an entire language. Yeah, it'll take more than a few days, Phoenix. So the envelope was addressed to the High Priest, huh? But it's empty. Still, there's something about it. I better hang on to it. No return address and 3 unusual looking holes are punched into it. Oh, it's a wanted poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about. What? Let me see that. That's horrible. That's horrible. Oh my god. These names. Senior member of insurgent leadership and former paratrooper of a... Paratrooper, I knew it. The flags were made as a makeshift parachute so he could jump from the prison down to this level, and then whatever happened here happened, and then he banged his head and lost his memories. And became that scruffy guy. Foreign land, wanted for crimes against the kingdom, considered armed and dangerous. So he's ex-military, huh? His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once. His name is That's a Rebel. I mean, to be honest, I think That's Horrible works better. It's just such a better name. That's horrible. Well, that's terrible. Is something wrong? The bounty is 3 million Dharmas, money that comes out of the people's tax payments. I shall have it lowered to about 1 million Dharmas. You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare. Unexpectedly? How rude! Nina has always taught me that kingdoms that do not value their people come to ruin. As Crown Princess, it's only natural that I care for my people. About sending some of that kindness this way. Well, I suppose I could. If you quit being a lawyer and paid taxes out to our kingdom, and that is. Oh well, it was worth a shot. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess. You mean to say you've never heard of... Oh, God. Kachu Damal? I have heard people describe it as Khu'rain's chess. So 2 players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other kings? Not quite. In Kachu Damal, the object is to utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game. Special moves? Sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. Alley? There's her bag. There's a steel samurai patch on this bag. Guess that bag must be but Maya's. She probably left it here while she was performing that rite. I can't look at this. Is this a piece of art or some sort? What a beautiful orb. Something the matter? Barbed head, take 1 step back. Okay. 1. Did you spot something? Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty. Did you have to put it like that, your benevolence? I'm starting to wonder, because this picture looks eerily similar to this picture. But that might just be because of the distance. They do have TV, but it's a Xbox one. What show is this? It is the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. It's the literal same song! They couldn't even try to make a completely different thing. They said, no, we'll just make the exact same thing, but put a spin. It's based on Lady Kira and is #1 action hero show in Khu'rain. Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Yeah, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. I'm not so sure about this originality given its overall look and that theme song. It's literally the same song, just in a different note. Something the matter? Well, it's just we have an action hero show back home that is really similar to this. I'm guessing this shows why Maya is so into Lady Kira. It's the original song too! I thought they would have redo this one. Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one from Maya's favorite shows. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. This popular action hero series filmed right in LA. Set in the city known as Neo Old Tokyo, it pins the Steel Samurai in a mortal combat against his nemesis, the Evil Magistrate. Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from that series as long as I've known her. You can say what you want, it is the same song. It's not. Just because they've got different instruments doesn't make it a completely different song. The Plumed Punisher seems awfully similar to the Steel Samurai. The Plumed Punisher originated here in Khu'rain. Is that clear, Barbed Head? Yes, your benevolence. Note to self. Never suggest that again. Because they want to be the ones that made it first, even if it's wrong. Poster of the mountains. 2,310 meters, 2,298 meters. Bird. Oh, the Inner Sanctum Mountain is featured against those other towering peaks. Those beautiful mountains are known as the roof of Khu'rain. Ah, and I see why they even included Mount Pony Pony in that poster. Mount Pony Pony? Is that the smaller peak to the left? Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose a lawyer with a defiled soul such as you could not perceive such beauty. No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning. He's just saying that because she said that. Lady Believe has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that. I hadn't finished looking yet. There's more pictures. Can't we just wait just a little longer? I wonder if she'll ever open up. Oh, you're still here? Lady Believe. Miss Inmi, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes. Yes, I will let him know. Lady Believe, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish. No, it's quite all right. If my husband was still with us, he would say, as much as it pains me to have my lonely wife speak on such matters, if it would help find the truth, then ask whatever you may. Okay, I'll take your word and your generous offer. I'll take you up. Wait, did Miss Inmi just call herself lovely just now? Well, whatever are you waiting for? Ask your questions quickly so your departure maybe is just as swift. Yeah, of course. But I haven't finished examining, so just wait a minute. I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look. Drums. What a magnificent altar. Of course it's a magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all. The Holy Mother. Is she that faceless figure there? Such insolence. How do you not know who Her Holiness is on site? Because I'm not religious. How many times do we have to go over this, woman? Do you seek to cross over to the Twilight Realm right this instant? Sorry, it won't happen again. Huh. This is why lawyers are so despised. Now listen well. Depicting Her Holiness' face is the greatest taboo in all of Khu'rainism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And that includes the members of the royal family. Wow, now there's an unusual custom. Gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know what she looks like. Isn't that Justice Minister I met? But who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the Queen of Khu'rain? I mean, her daughter's right here. You could ask her. Okay, there's nothing else. Let us talk. Trust in me. Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting differently or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. Ugh, this is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man and one of peace. He would never do anything that would have caused somebody to bear a grudge against him. Immediately. These are Cyclops. This means Miss Inmi is trying to hide something from me. This is the Magatama Maya gave me all those years ago. It has really amazing power. It reacts when somebody is hiding something. We go through this every time, Phoenix. It allows me to see the Cyclops that are holding the person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to present my Magatama to try and unlock them. Unlocking them will usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone. Yes, we'll do this right in front of the princess.
Take that!
I should probably think we're doing black magic. The High Priest. Cyclops. He appeared when I asked her whether anyone had a grudge against her husband. That must mean that Miss Inmi thought of someone who just might have a grudge. Let's stir up a pot a little and see what happens. Miss Inmi, I have an idea whether your husband, real killer might be. But that would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband. How would I even know this? Lady Kira, I guess. It was a rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak. Really, because she even made the front page recently. I am but a humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as significant as me? Insignificant. Actually, I have something that might show you why Lady Kira would kill Abbott in me. Where's the... There it is.
Take that!
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time. This letter reached his intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband. The envelope.
Take that!
What's that? It's an envelope addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? What nonsense is this? How can you prove that the warning was delivered in this envelope? There's got to be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common? I think there's just something, might be something that links the envelope to the warning letter. There is? Yes, and that proof is right here on the warning letter. This spot in the warning letter proves that it was delivered in the envelope.
Take that!
The 3 holes in the envelope are of the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold the letter in thirds and placed it in the envelope, the holes line up. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this.
Take that!
This was easy. They were made by the Warbad Arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope, and addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Unlock successful. Still find it weird that the princess just stood there and didn't say anything about this. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. I guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Khu'rainist kingdom. As such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Khu'rainism itself. My husband was a devout priest of Khu'rainism. Did you fear that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public? Yes. That makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Could you tell me a little bit more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. By the side of your bed? Yes, we had the whole house locked up tight. And yet someone still managed to slip in. It was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police, because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel. That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Trust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife. No need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone. Barbed head, that is quite enough. Yeah, you're probably right. Miss Idme, I'm sorry to have bothered you with such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I helped. Your benevolence. May you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Barbed head, you seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira. And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. Ugh. I'm in no position to disprove her at this point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about Abbot Idme would be Maya. They might have done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. My mother has said what? Huh. It seems I must go. Did something happen? Yes, my mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the high priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein. Her Eminence has decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. No, it is only natural, considering his meritorious service. I have never seen anyone use that word. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Believe. Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted too. I wonder for you, Miss and me. A direct decree from the Queen. It must be quite an honor. Barbed Head, you are coming as well. Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with the monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now come along. Arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. I better let her have her way this time. This time? Next time? I'll do what I want. May 10th. Khu'rain Palace. Audience chamber. Huh. This isn't an intimidating song at all. Welcome, Lady Believe. I haven't got a voice for you yet because I don't know you. And then she falls down the stairs. So this is the Queen of Khu'rain. Why does she look weird? I think it's the hat. It's making her face look weird to me. What is wrong with you, Barbed Head? Show some respect. Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself? No, it is quite all right. Stay as you are. Mother. Your Eminence, I would like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terribly trying time this must be for you, Lady Believe. May my prayer comfort your soul, and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more. Oh, Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. Sniffle. I'm probably good at sniffle, but yeah. Well, that's what I call a commanding presence. So, you are the lawyer of whom my daughter speaks? Yes, Your Eminence. I'm so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. Phoenix, come on, man. I'm humbled to bask in your, resplendence. Ugh. Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen. Oh. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. And now then, Lady Believe, let us go to the chamber of prayer. Ryfer, you will accompany us too. Yes, Mother. I guess I'll just stand here. Oh, the Queen is sure is something else. The prayer of lament, huh? It's this guy again. Don't see how that would do any good. It's Justice Minister Inga. Who are you, buddy? Nice to see you again, Minister Inga. Again? Have we met? I'm Phoenix, right? We met in the accused lobby the other day. All right. Blue suit, jagged hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Your daughter? Yeah, Rafer. He's Princess Ryfer's father? So he's Queen Khu'rain's husband. You plan to stick around your fat nose in this mess too? The accused is a good friend of mine. Like I said last time, you better watch yourself, see? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You want to question me? That would be great. You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I can play along for a bit. But I gotta get things to do, see? So we'll have to talk while I work. I want to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer on this case too. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. You only won last time because that idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. He's smoking a stamp. But it's going to be different this time. I got Khu'rain's top prosecutor on this one, see? I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent. You haven't forgotten that little thing called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one and you'll suffer the same fate as the accused. How could I forget? The lawyers are all the same. You strut your stuff till the DC Act comes down hard. And then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, just as the Justice Minister, I'm going to enforce the thing. It started as a way to counter the dirty tricks your trade for like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient, even. Handy? Efficient? Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons across me on the Khu'rain's administration are gonna get just what they deserve, especially those rebel scum. You can get away with that here? Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law in Khu'rain, see? And being that I'm the Queen's husband, that makes me king. No, I'm pretty sure the Queen is the boss around here. Oh, right. I didn't actually take in what was said. He's using his power to just kill people that he finds annoying or in his way. Okay. Go on, say what you're thinking so I can charge you with lèse-majesté. Ugh. Can't get myself arrested now. Listen up, lawyer. We got a low crime rate at a populace that lives in peace. And that's all thanks to the DC Act, so I don't want to hear any more lip about it. But I can't defend my client unless I can speak my mind. Even with that DC Act, Dirks and his rebel scum's days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. But you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. Say, White, you know what these are? No, what? Orders of execution. They really pile up if I start stacking off. What? Tomorrow, I'll even have more work to do, processing the one of your little friend. If you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more to the pile for you. But you're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are you? Don't worry, I'll make sure to lighten your workload, Inga. I won't give you a single execution order to sign tomorrow. I have returned, bowed head. Your benevolence. Are you done with the rite? Yes, it was performed flawlessly. Lady Believe stayed behind to speak with Mother. I hope this will ease our sorrow, even if just a little. So, you have been speaking with my father? Yeah, you could say that. My father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace in our kingdom. Khu'rain, as it stands today, owes everything to the efforts of my mother and father. You should feel deeply honored. Under normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer. Yes, of course. Seems Rafa doesn't know what her father is really like. Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now. Oh, it's you, Nick. Are you okay? The question wasn't too harsh, was it? No, I'm alright. How about you? Make any progress? Well, I haven't figured out any conclusive evidence that could prove your innocence, but I have a small lead. Really? But for right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest. Sure, ask away. By the way, what's the princess doing with you still, Nick? Doesn't she have anything better to do? Doesn't seem like it. I heard that. How rude. Of course I have many other things I could be doing. She doesn't have anything else to do. It's just a thought, but do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? A rebel? Why would you even think that? Because if he was, then the rebel hunter lady Kira would have had a motive to kill him. What? Uh-oh, Priestess Rafe overheard me. What idiocy is this? Ever in me a rebel? It is beyond the pale. My mother has offered the prayer of lament to his soul. That is the sort of person he was. Alright. I was just raising the possibility. I would not listen to such tomfoolery. She stormed out. Oh well, nothing we can do about that. At least now we can talk freely without that person here. Do you recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious? Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky, though I have no idea why. He was restless and kept looking up at the sky. That doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind? Sorry, that's about it. This is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. Oh, but there is one thing I should follow up on. I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll explain later. With Princess Rafe gone, this might be my only chance. Maya, about what you said earlier. Why can't you tell anyone you're able to channel spirits? Oh, that. You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here? I heard. It was kind of a shock at first, though. In Khu'rainism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I see. So spirit channeling is a symbol of power, of authority, then, in that sense. I can see why it would look bad if nobody from, or anybody, if a nobody from another country were able to do it too. Spirit channeling in the Khu'rain tradition was developed from a Khu'rainist style that was brought into the US via Japan. But it seems like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that on the average Khu'rainese. Maybe a quirk due to how our styles diverge, but I don't really know. They're actually descendants of the original queen. Ooh. Or maybe they were a third sister. Always seems to be a thing. It's always a third sister or something that just suddenly shows up. That was had the most power, but was kicked out because she was too powerful and they didn't want her to be the leader or something. And the two queens are actually evil. Who knows? So if the spirit channeling is a power passed only by the queens of Khu'rain, and it's power that somebody has made its way down the line to Maya, then I guess that makes Queen Khu'rain and Princess Rafe distant relatives of Maya's? Anyway, it's not like some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or something. That's why mediums who come here to train hide the fact that they can channel spirits. I see. I had no idea it was so complicated. Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualification needed to become the master. What is the qualification to become the master? Be able to channel spirits of one's own volition without fail every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? Sometimes? That was the thing in like the first or second game, I think. And then every time after, you got possessed. And then there was the time that you were possessed by a spirit. An evil one. Only ever succeeded about 30% of the time. Yeah, and it was more like spirits possessed her as opposed to her channeling them. So you can do it every single time now, whenever you want? Yep. At least, I think. You think. Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. Once I go back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. I'll have to try channeling one spirit after another, in a marathon channeling session. Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming the master, huh? Yeah, but I know I can do it. I'm gonna ace the test to become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. Right. Why is the next big hope of Khu'rain village? There's gotta be a lot of pressure. So speaking of similarities, I've noticed another similarity between our countries besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai. Oh, you must mean the Plume Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm. So you've already seen the Plume Punisher? You really don't miss a beat. Actually, it was her benevolence who told me all about it. And there is not a single person in Khu'rain who does not know of it. She's just suddenly back. Oh, your benevolence. You're back. As the royal priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements. So I have changed my mind in order to fulfill my duty. I must not avert my ears, not even from your blasphemous theories. Her sense of duty is commendable, but I wouldn't mind if she backed off a bit. Great timing, your benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show you off to the both of you. Show off? I sure seem excited all of a sudden. Yep, ta-da! What's that? It's an ultra-rare plume punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world. It was specially made to promote the TV show. You're the owner of this strap? Don't tell me, you're a plume punisher fan too, your benevolence? No, of course not. Only small little children watch that show. I have no interest in such things. Right. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Sure, let's just leave it at that. So, how did you get your hands on that, Maya? I found a kindred spirit and plume punisher fan here in Khu'rain. It resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders. And by culture exchange, you mean you swap TV show promo merchandise? You bet. I traded my Steel Samurai watch for this strap. It's a super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off. My newfound Khu'rainese friend was so happy I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return. Guess there are people like that wherever you go, even here in Khu'rain. Watch this. When you press the maggot armor on the belt, it'll replace the show's theme song. It sounds like the Steel Samurai theme song. What are you talking about? Can't you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tones throughout? Plus the Steel Samurai has Japanese taiko drums that go don 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 in the intro. Right. Guess my ears just aren't as good as yours. Anyway, I have this amazing idea for a new show. The Plume Punisher versus the Steel Samurai. I'm gonna totally go pitch it to some TV stations when I get back home. It's gonna be a huge hit. Right, your benevolence? I have no interest in such things. Well, if nothing else, talking about the Plume Punisher has thankfully seemed to cheer Maya up a bit. It's getting late. Try to get some sleep, okay, Maya? And leave tomorrow to me. Okay, thanks, Nick. Well, they've always got to have a versus first. It's got to be, you know, like Power Rangers versus Ninja Mutant Turtles. You know, they got to have that versus first, and then the next episode is them versus the main enemy. That's when you get into the hype. Yeah, I used to watch Power Rangers as a kid. Shut up. I think I've covered just about everything. Time to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far. You coming with me? Jimmy Timmy Power. It's getting late. Won't be long until sundown. Mr. Wright, your benevolence. Are you done with your investigation for today? Pretty much. I thought I'd get over what I've learned so far. Care to join me? Yes, please allow me to help. Okay, first, we know that High Priestess received a warning 3 days ago. High Priest had received. It was from someone claiming to be Lady Kira, and it told him not to perform the rite. That's right, it was the Rebel Hunter, but what of it? That's what I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite? You could solve that mystery. Right, I could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. It might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough right now to act on that lead. How unfortunate for you, Bobbed Head. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime, after all. Yeah, the warning letter alone can't prove who killed the High Priest. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you are charged under the DC Act. Your benevolence! While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is perhaps a product of my careful monitoring of your every move. I wasn't planning to do anything like that in the first place, your benevolence. But I am going to prove my innocence, within the confines of the law. How can you be so sure you will? Because of my undying faith in my clients. That is a lawyer's greatest weapon. Huh. What nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in the Hall of Justice, on the battlefield. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I gleaned thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. Okay, bye. Now, let's get back to the evidence. The things that matter. Tomorrow I'll be defending Maya at the so-called Hall of Justice again. The whole seance thing makes trials here completely different from those back home. Plus, I don't have a shred of conclusive evidence. On the other hand, I've got plenty of confusion and anxiety to spare. I'll have to think of something. After all, I'm the only lawyer in all of Khu'rain. I have to do this. I will do this. I'll prove Maya's innocence is the last thing I do. To be continued! Yeah! Alright, and that is where we will end it. So let us save. Yes, I want to save. I want to overwrite the save, yes. Trial 1, day 1. Let's get out of here. Alright, and we shall pick this up on Thursday. So thank you all for joining, everyone that managed to make it today. Hope everyone enjoyed. As usual, like, follow, subscribe to that bell notification so you know when our next stream. And if you help support me, it's Patreon and tips, so you can help through there. And if you do become a patron, you get your name address to the patron list here. Or I give you a shout out at the end of every stream. I greatly appreciate you. And we try to put the blame of a murder onto a guy dressed up in an outfit. So yeah. Tomorrow I'll be back with Remember Me, so look forward to that. And again, I'll be back with this on Thursday around about the same time. So until then, y'all take care. Have a nice rest of the day. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or Thursday. Bye, Ruffatron. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.